Hi everyone, welcome to S&S BioInfo. Today we are going to learn about transportation in plants. Transportation in plants. Why do plants require transportation or specific conducting system in their body? Plants also require raw materials, water and other substances for their growth and development. Plants get water and nutrients by means of roots. From these roots, the water and raw materials are transported to different parts of the plant such as leaves, flowers and the stems. That is utilized at the leaves for photosynthesis. The phenomenon of movement of water in upward direction is called ascent of sap. Ascent of sap. This ascent of sap requires energy. But in case of small plants, let's consider a small herb. Suppose this is a small herb that is found in your locality, one small herb. The distance between the roots and the plant, that means the leaves or the stem of the herb, is very small. Here the diffusion pressure is sufficient to meet the requirement of the plants. So with the help of the diffusion pressure, the water and other raw materials move upwards and reach to different parts of the plants so that plant can utilize them. But in the case of large plants like trees, the distance between the root and the leaves and the stem are more. The distances are more in between these, so that it's a specific conducting system required for this transportation of raw materials and water. So they have specialized tissues for conducting both water and food. The tissue that conducts water in plants are xylem. Xylem is a specific tissue which conducts water in plants. So water moves upward direction in different parts of the body. It reaches at the leaves, that is utilized for both metabolic activities and photosynthesis. Plants require only less amount of water for its metabolic activities and the growth, but it requires a large quantity of water for photosynthesis, for producing glucose or sugar. This glucose is utilized for the growth of plants, that is stored in different parts of the plant. And you look at the diagram, here the distance between the roots and the leaves are high, that's more. So that it needs a specific transportation system to meet the requirements of the plants. So that the higher plants have specialized transportation systems in them to transport the various raw materials and water to different parts of the body, and also the prepared food from the leaves to different parts of the body. Do plants require energy? Yes, of course. They require energy for their life activities. So how do they get energy? From the food. So these raw materials must be transported from the roots to different parts of the body. Afterwards, the food must be transported to different parts of the body. The food will be utilized, the glucose will be utilized for the production of energy by aerobic pathway of respiration in plants. As they do not move, they require less quantity of energy. And also, a large proportion of the cells contain dead cells. The tissues of the plants contain dead cells, so that they require less quantity of energy. So, a slow transportation system can be operated in the case of large trees. They have specific conducting system for transporting the water from the roots to different parts of the body, and also to transport the food, the prepared food from the leaves to different parts of the body. As you all know that Plants are made up of different types of tissues, simple and complex tissues. There are specialized tissues for conducting both water and prepared food in the plants. Those permanent tissues are xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem. Xylem is a permanent tissue which is used for conducting water from the roots to different parts of the body in upward direction, while the phloem is another permanent tissue which conducts the prepared food and other soluble substances from the leaves to different parts of the body. Let us study more about the transport of water and the food in the upcoming classes. With this, I conclude my session. Thank you and have nice moments.